Greetings! My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. Now, you may think we're starting from the same point that we were before, but that's, not quite the case, actually. You see, I was recording a video, this, and I got this letter from Burke. Oinon, 2 days ago I did you a favor. I asked that you return it today. I am in dire need of an Undertaker uniform, which is to say, a cloak and a mask of a kind worn by the executors, or whatever they're called. It has become all but impossible to get your hands on these lately. Perhaps there are some in the theater still, but that is a place I am not allowed to enter. Get a cloak and a mask for me, please. I'll give you anything in return. Artemis. The changeling is very likely to make the same request of you. Take my advice and decline her. She'll trick you. Don't tell her I warned you, though. People will die if you do. Yeah. That. And so I went already to try and go to the theater to find one. Didn't have any luck. Went over to the cemetery for reasons. Didn't have any luck. And so I looked at the walkthrough. It turned out I was supposed to talk to Mark Immortal in the theater, so I talked to him. Nothing. I don't know what the fuck is the problem with that. It just seems completely non-functional. I even tried, but yeah, and so I wound up, restarting the day several times, trying to figure out what the hell was breaking the quest, but I have no idea. But, in the process of doing that, I discovered that I had, in fact, during that quest, involving Eva Yan and all that, when I was over at Under Solomon's pub, talking to the random bozos, and turns out if I picked a very specific dialogue option, which I had no reason to think of, it turns out I would have gotten a rifle and 10 ammunition for it. I had no reason to possibly expect that would be the case, and no reason to pick those dialogue options, but that's the kind of bullshit you're working with in this game. So yeah, I now have that. Check it out. It can only hold one shot, but it seems to pretty reliably one-shot people. I think even without headshotting them, and it's a lot more accurate. I'll have to show you sometime. And I can sell off this revolver at last, because won't be needing that. Just clog up my inventory. So yeah. Last time we... As a recap, last time we failed to stop Eva Yan from doing something really stupid and getting herself killed. And we had an interesting chat with the Inquisitor, who seems to be one of the first actually genuinely helpful people so far in this entire fucking game. Now then, check out these Watchers that she warned us about. Apparently the powers that be have been using them to watch us. Remember that? Because apparently they didn't know that there would be an epidemic, probably, but they did know that something was going to happen, and they conspired to get me here, and also the Inquisitor, and that military guy she mentioned, general or whatever. And I don't know why, though. They seem to be actively sabotaging us in some way, but wow, you're tall. I don't know. I need more information. Hence, going over to the Watcher. I am the Stoneyard Watcher. I need your papers. Of course. Here you go. Don't come here again. We'll be gone soon. No one is going anywhere without my approval. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I should drop off Forest Blood over in my storehouse. I probably won't need it, but if I... And I definitely want to get it out of my inventory. But just in case I do need it, I'm gonna drop it off there. I am the not Watcher. I need your papers. Straight from the Inquisitor? No, I'm on my own. Take them then. I don't need them anymore, thank goodness. We'll be gone by evening. Until then, please don't mention us to the Inquisitor. That would be the end of us. Why? She's an evil witch, and a condemned one too. This whole mission is just her final vacation before the gallows. She won't miss any chance to get even with the powers that be or their representatives. Curious. Indeed. Rather interesting, considering... Yeah, that puts us both in basically the same position. Condemned by the powers that be, and then sent to here under suspicious circumstances. Curious. Most curious. I've got way too many knives. I mean, the backup knife is certainly useful. Backup knife for 2 is certainly useful for, you know, if I happen to run out of durability. I mean, 1, but not a backup knife for 4. Yeah. Thank goodness I've been stocking up on all this rifle ammo so far. Already. Ah, yes. Here we go. Chance to see the rifle in action. Oh yeah! Look at that. Right in the head from like 30 feet. God, that feels good. After all the garbage that I've gone through with all this fucking... with being barely able to even hit a headshot someone who's like 1 foot in front of me. It feels so fucking good to actually have a reliable weapon for once. My whole life. I'll take that. I'll take that too. I should definitely be stocking up on anything that I might need, because I somehow doubt that prices are going to drop again anytime soon. This is probably the lowest they're going to get for quite a while. Maybe for the entire game. Ah, you. And I can certainly afford a lot of splurging. Yeah, a lot of splurging. But I've gotten this amount of dosh by not spending my cash in inefficient ways. Yeah, all of that cash can will probably vanish very quickly if I'm not careful. Ah, here we go. Why was the first one so much taller than the other two? Strange. I am the Earth Watcher. Are you here on business? I need your paper. Aglaia doesn't know that we're here yet, does she? Who's that? Come now, there's no need to pretend. Maybe she does, I know nothing about it. Alright, take that. Maybe they'll help you more than they helped us. We'll be gone by the evening. But until then, please don't tell about us to the Inquisitor. That would be the end of us. Clearly not, considering she already knows about you. What? She has nothing to lose. She knows there are rats among us. Don't be cringe, audience. Don't be cringe. The rats who have caused you a lot of trouble and will probably cause her a lot of trouble too. Yeah, you're telling me. I wish the patrolmen would actually fucking be going out there and killing them, because they're no doubt partially responsible for spreading the damn plague, and they're absolutely massive, so they'd be very easy to spot. Anyways, I think she will butcher all of us. The Watchers, the Executors, guilty or innocent. She doesn't strike me as the cruel type. Indeed. Alright, that's all 3. Time to return. Oh wow, that guy's dodging like a pro. I survived just long enough to allow me to get over and kill him. Good man. Going over to a fucking Ludo body right in front of another patrolman. What a fucking... What a guy. Ah, he also had a lockpick. Now I'm very out of inventory room. I really need to find one of those young boys or whatever, so I can free up some space by trading these knives. Problem is, most of the fucking map is either infected or scoured. I got your Watchman reports.
They've grown up and grown tired of me.
This is what I managed to take from the Watchers. Right, let me see. Yes, that's about what I was expecting. Numbers, dates, notes. Very good. If only those seeds of truth weren't intermixed with so much chaff, this could give us a dramatic push in the right direction. Excuse me? It seems simple comparison won't be enough to figure out the false report. They all describe different things, and there might be 2 false ones. A pity. Daniel, we must hurry before they are gone. Find out which one of them is which. Outsmart them. Smite them? How? One of them is a liar and a traitor. I suspect it was they that sent you those letters that would enrage you so and even endanger your life. One of those reports is a farewell gift from them. A false lead that will put you on a false trail. Let's see. Why would they write on lies? Powers of either seek to preserve the town. If. How did you find that out? A friend gave me something before I left this place. He knew some of the internal workings of this whole affair, and questioning Vlad Ogimsky confirmed my hypothesis. Both he and Savarov knew that there are watchers active around here. But they told me nothing. They may have been intimidated into keeping silent. Fine, how can I help you? Try to find out which one of them is the liar. Like in that old riddle, the traitor is sure to lie. Someone who hesitates could both lie and tell the truth. The last one will be truthful until the end, but even the truthful watcher won't be very forthcoming. Are you up to the task? Yes, I think I know how to do it. Vaguely? Maybe? One more thing. My intuition tells me that you have no room for error. These people are extremely desperate now. If you accuse the truthful watcher or the one who is still hesitating, they might react unpredictably. I know their kind. You only have one shot. Would it make sense to provoke them? It would. The traitor is afraid. Ogimsky informed me of that. We just need to put a noose around their neck, and they'll climb the nearest lamppost by themselves. Very well. We'll see which is which. These things can never be simple, can they? Alright. They don't seem to trust me. I will have to resort to deception. I will have just one question to ask of each of them. A question to which they may tell the truth or tell a lie. There is no room for error here, however, so I must first solve the puzzle myself. If only I could pass for one of them, it would be easy to unveil a traitor. They know very well which one of them is. Pass for one of them, eh? Well, I could do that if I had the fucking... Oh no. I think I see what's happening now. Probably something really stupid like how, like, the, like I can't, like, for some reason preventing me from talking to Mark Immortal about the mask and the freaking clothing of the executors until I've gotten to this point in the quest for some stupid reason. I really hope that isn't the case. I mean, sure, that would mean that, hey, I can actually do that quest now. On the other hand, it would be really, really, really fucking stupid and nonsensical and downright insulting to my intelligence. So it's probably the case.
She had made an example of murderers and madmen. That was merely an overture. The game itself is yet to begin.
Fuck's sake. What the fuck was the point of even giving me that letter then? Just to suffer? I want you to know that if I wasn't doing a video series, if I was just playing this on my own, this would be around the time when I just stop. Because this is just an absolute fucking betrayal of my trust. An heinous betrayal. Go fuck yourself, Pathologic. Anyways, I need an executor mask and a cloak. Do you have any to spare? My god. You finally decided to join my troop? Oh, no. But that would be too much of an honor. So, has the Inquisitor demoted you to an executor? I need the mask and the cloak to do a job. Says everyone who wants to remain unidentified. You are not entirely honest, esteemed sir. So what if I'm not? Every piece of clothing in my possession had to be distributed. Mass burials are a full-fledged business now. They've confiscated all the stage props. Who did? Sabarov. He has appointed one of the well-respected townspeople as the master of cremations. That is a death sentence, of course. I doubt anyone can survive that assignment. Well, obviously, you can also try to get an outfit from an executor. They do still have them. I saw them dig a pit in a lot by the cemetery today. Many of them stayed there, too. What kind of lot? Just a lot by the cemetery. Go ask them. I'm sure they'll find a spare mask and cloak for you. If they don't, address your complaints to Sabarov. Fine. Alright. Demand for executors' terrifying garb is unexpectedly high. How convenient the costume department of the local theater could have been if only they had a spare costume available. Of course, because nothing can ever be convenient or sane or reasonable. Not in this town. What is this town even called, anyways? I don't think I've ever learned the name of this town. I should look for one by the common grave where the caretakers were working. Or perhaps now would be a good time to ask Sabarov about them. Oh, what's this? Ah! Executor's cloak. Part of a theater costume, worn nowadays by deathbringers, corpse carriers, undertakers, watchers, and others who handle dirty work. The cloak draws attention, but removes any desire to talk with its wearer. Alright. Neat. You can wear it, but it doesn't seem to have any durability. Nor does it seem to have any protection whatsoever. Ow. These suck. Hey there, Sabarov. You're gonna be useful for once in your life?
I will restore the order here, rest assured.
Do you give the order to stop burying and to start cremating? Yes, as one last thing, right before handing it all to Aglaia Lilich. Why? What kind of suicidal gesture is that? The cemetery is open. What do you want of me? I've told you multiple times, the earth is sacred for these steppe cannibals. You can't just bury bodies in it. They believe only holy men deserve such honor. What, is digging also only restricted to butchers? Yes, exactly. That was a joke. These people are stupid. These people are utterly retarded. Utterly retarded. Jesus Christ. Why do you think that Grace, this tiny little girl, manages the town cemetery? You think we don't have any undertakers? It's her position by right, by inheritance. The caretakers were poisoned by Twiri and couldn't give birth to a successor. What a... You could have explained it. That the situation is critical. To whom? The crowd? Try to explain anything to them and I'll have a nice look at you becoming a martyr. From a safe distance, preferably. I gave the orders to loyal patrolmen secretly while they were all locked up, but now... what could you understand? And who did you put in charge of the cremations? Do I answer to you now? Yes, you always have. I am still in charge, now more than ever. When Peter Stemmerton, you don't know him. You are wrong. I know him very well. I can't imagine a more moronic appointment. From your point of view. From mine, it looks completely different. There is a cast-iron logic behind this decision. Fuck your decision. Choose someone else. There is no person in this town who deserves death more than Peter Stemmerton. Even if street murderers were responsible and ambitious enough for the job, I'd still choose him over them. I don't have to explain my choices to you. I said, revoke it. No, the decision is final and not up for debate. We'll see about that. Let's see. Raymond is thick enough to keep a soul locked in, but not thick enough to give any protection whatsoever. Peter has been given charge of all burials and cremations. An absurd command, or a well-planned revenge. Either way, this may be a good pretext for interrogating him as to why the governor hates him so much. I sense a hidden secret there. I sense that you should have shot him where he stood. For disobeying a direct order like that. But that's just me, all sane like that. Oh man, I could easily sit through those. What the hell?
They say this Burak has managed to make a panacea.
Nice to see you. So, you have a brother too? What? I've been told that you've been given some stage props. Executor outfits. Yes, I have. You know already? Several really want you dead. He thinks I'm a vicious murderer. Who doesn't he think is a vicious murderer? He seems... I mean... fucking hell. If fucking... the Harrisbecks, Clara... bunch of random women. Jeez. Probably they thought entire fucking town of vicious murders. There was an abominable crime. Old business. I'll tell this to you and to you only. It wasn't my fault, but I ended up taking the blame. I didn't kill him. I wanted to, yes. I could have. Who did you want to kill? A guild fellow of mine. His ardor was disproportionate to his talent. You see, he nearly convinced the rulers to grant him that side of the river for his project. Yes, he deserved to die, but I didn't kill him. What was his name? What's the difference? We had him buried under a fictitious name, a tribute to a celebrated architect of old, so there's some consolation for him at least. Who are we? I must have a reason to keep that secret, don't you think, old boy? Why would I torture myself over it otherwise? They say he fell down from a great height and broke his neck. That's how he died. I've also heard a rumor that he got lethally intoxicated with bad twirine. Against the current background, this dubious murder seems really too unimpressive to warrant such a diabolical revenge. Yes, right you are. Actually, I wish they'd given me a 3-day delay. Nothing more. Do you think it would be possible to give range for them to leave me alone until, say, Friday? Only 3 days? Why? I need to finish my greatest creation. It won't take long. It's just blueprints and calculations, see? Then I could go ahead and die without a moment's delay. Can't anyone find a way to deal with the bastard? Especially now that he's given up his powers? Maybe you could help. The Inquisitor can probably bring the former governor to his senses. I'll talk to her. Thank you, old boy. I'm not asking for myself, but for the art. Hush, I don't need your excuses. Alright, it was a case of revenge, aggravated by treachery. If only they knew how easy it would be to keep the former governor in check. He's unlikely to go against the Inquisitor's orders. Having said that, the brothers were a force to be reckoned with. An artist who trusts the genius of a colleague to the extent where he's willing to kill for it is not a common occurrence. A dangerous duet indeed. Ah. Gonna have to go across the fucking map again. Oh dear. Go. Now we're gladly rid of this damn revolver. Good riddance to bad rubbish. You know, as opposed to good rubbish. Well, I guess that'd be half the stuff I pick off of the ground.
There are so many crows in the sky.
Okay. I want to ask a favor of you. Saburov, abusing the power he's been given, is endangering the life of a certain Peter Samitin. Why? It seems he's trying to settle a personal grudge. And who is that Peter Samitin? The creator of the specular tower on the other side of the river. Oh. Then his life more than deserves to be saved. Thank you. And how exactly is Saburov needlessly endangering his life? He put Stamaton in charge of burials and cremations. The work is highly dangerous since he has to deal with the dying all the time. We can fix that. We'll find a replacement. You have my gratitude. Now it's my turn to ask you a favor. It feels strange to admit that, but I actually can't achieve one of my most coveted goals in this town. Only you can help me. I have learned that Victor Kane's aloof daughter is madly in love with a certain proud fighter of death. She is? That's news to me. At least nothing in her behavior betrays that. Perhaps. But my request is very important. In fact, the fate of this town may depend on it. Please, arrange for me to meet with my beloved relative. She won't refuse you. Wait, Maria is related to you? Yes, the most beloved of my family, but my love is unrequited. She's prejudiced against me. I hurt her in the past, and then she was told terrible things about Inquisitors. A silly, childish prejudice. Now that we are both young women of similar age, a new meeting should help wash old memories away. How can I assist you in that? I don't wish to force my way into a beloved person's home. I need an invitation to come in. What are you, a vampire? Convince her that I mean her no harm. Or just take me to her and tell her, here, I brought you a new friend, and then let me speak. Let me speak, rather. Alright. Very well, that won't be hard, but only if she's really happy to see you. Alright. Is it time to become the most powerful of my allies? Aglaia has vetoed the governor's murderous instruction. I need to let Peter know as soon as possible. So the other girl did something that scared the younger and then grew up to be an inquisitor. No wonder the younger girl misunderstood the situation, but now the prejudice Maria Kana seems to have against Aglaia Lilich may have a bearing on the town's politics. I'll have to try though. Blessed are the peacemakers. So wait. Am I reading this right? Aglaia is a relative of Maria. I don't know what relation. Wait. Older girls? Maybe it's... possibly sisters? I don't know. It's something that scared her, and then went away. Then left her for presumably years in order to go off and become an inquisitor, and now I'm trying to like reunite the two and all that. This might just be because I was recently reading some fanfiction thereof, but this is vaguely reminiscent of Frozen. Considering the sorts of fanfictions I was reading, I wonder if this means I wonder if this means that I'm gonna get the two of them together. That would be an interesting twist. She did say she was the most beloved of her relations. I wonder what kind of beloved. Hey there.
They say this Burak has managed to make a panacea.
Peter, can you hear me? You are not the master of cremations and burials anymore. Oh, how appropriate, old boy. So I can get back to work now. Take the mask. I'll have no need of it for now. Although I could use it to mix ink. Working in this condition is useless, though, isn't it? Alright, I got another lens. Nah, don't need it. Probably. Alright, Talon Mask. A theatrical mask.
It.
Shut up!
I can't take
Jesus, I hate it. They'll just randomly tell voice lines if you're near them. Stands for deception and traps in mime performances. Such masks are worn by those who wish to remain incognito. Executors put aromatic antiseptics inside the beak. Provides no protection from infection. Oh, that's just lovely. I just got an achievement. Stop pointing fingers. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Whatever. Alright, that's that then. Retain the mask of a thespian in the ceremonial raiment. By wearing these, I will be able to pass for an executor or even a watcher. Sometimes it is convenient to become a pure function without a face, to take on the position of the puppeteer instead of the actor. Alright. Wait, what about the letter then? Again? Whatever. I wonder if anyone else besides the watchers will act differently towards me if I go and talk to them while wearing this. Probably not. Because that would require some actual, you know, game development. Rather than just slapping things together and hoping they function. So obviously it can't possibly be in this game. Where do you work? In the nuts. Hey, do you think you stand a chance at all? She finds out what you've been doing, she will break you on the wheel. I'll manage. In the stone yard. Don't be too hard on me. I'd be merciful on the other guy too if I were you. I won't. Okay. Break you on the wheel. So that would imply that it's the one in the knot that's the liar then. There we go. Now I've actually got an accurate ranged weapon. I can kill steal with much greater efficiency. Still running out of inventory space though, as usual. Seen any of the bird mask people nearby? Executors, they took to hiding behind masks. Fancy that. Never mind, they seem to appear on every corner. So a bird face sneaks up to you and then what? How do you know who's hiding behind it? Maybe a friend or maybe a foe, or maybe my death. Go figure. And who do they turn out to be most often? Opinions vary on that one. To hell with them. I spit on their accursed lot. They bring corpses and bad news. I do not want to know who would be interested in labor this hard. Performance, dang it. I've always hated theater. Still, I hope they are human. Why do they dress like that? An overall and a mask are good protection, they say. Nope. No protection whatsoever, apparently. Tis true, I've seen a lot of dead men in my life. None of them were wearing an overall and a mask. Maybe the disease is indeed spread by vermin. What do you think, mate? By vermin and sermons. What? What does that mean? But yeah, I can confirm that it's at least partially spread by vermin. Like a lot of plagues. Refill, that's odd. I don't know how the refilling works. What? Do we flee now? Which one of you are— oh, which one are you, by the way? Why do you care? Let's go together, you and me. I'm scared of this zealot, the Bachelor. Just wait and see. As soon as we're back, he'll inform on us in the blink of an eye. Well, you're wrong. The Bachelor is me. Aha! That was pretty fucking fun. Oh, he really gave himself away real fucking easily there. Didn't expect the Bachelor to get his hands on that, did ya? Also, was that just a metaphor, or did she actually just force him to jump off there? I'm entirely certain. Yo.
There are so
I'm
many
listening.
crows in the sky.
Why was the punishment so quick? An unfortunate accident. I am truly sorry that everything turned out as it did. I was going to question the Honorable Executor thoroughly tonight. Or perhaps the poor sap saw it coming, so he jumped off of his own free will. What do you think? I think poking my nose into this was a mistake. What? What does this mean? Oh, it's replaced that other cryptic image with this cryptic image of the town. I don't know what either of these meant. Since the moment I arrived in the town, the Watchers have been there to spy on my each and every step, all in accordance with instructions from the powers that be. I am simply an out-of-favor bachelor, in over my head. This all seems too much for a small-town, backwards place such as this. What are they really looking for? Good question. I have no idea what their motives are. All I know is that they're... All I know is that it's nothing good. Alright. Let's swing over by Maria. Which we really should have done before we went over to get into Peter again. But oh well. Yo.
Aglaya never wanted a panacea to be made.
Yeah.
What?
I thought Aglaya Illich is your relative. I didn't know that. Yes. She is the younger sister of my lovely mother. And there is not a single person in the world who would hate my mother more viciously than she does. Seems like your mother's modus operandi must have led her to having plenty of haters. What do you know about it? Have you seen her? At least once in your life? How can you judge? Come now, How can you judge? Come on, I didn't want to offend you. Those tears in your eyes. I saw Aglaya tonight. At dawn, just before she arrived. I sat here trying to think about my lovely mother. Suddenly, it was as if something had touched me, making the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. I rushed to the window, and there I saw her. What did she do? Pale as death, she stood by the window, pressing her palm against the pane. And her face touched the glass too, ever so slightly, only the tip of her nose. She looked straight at me, unblinking. She could not enter. She wanted so very much. So very much. She wants to reconcile with you. She hates me for my mother's magical power. I know what she wants. She wants to see if I resemble my mother or not. Oh, she won't leave me alive, especially now that mother's many-colored powers begin to awaken inside me. She'll know. She'll feel it. What if you manage to influence her so much that the Inquisitor starts acting in our favor? No, I do not think so. Consider it a whim, but I'm incapable of doubting my premonitions, else too many people will suffer. It may be a superstition, I may be imagining all this, but I won't let her in. Ever! You were holding a key, as if you were about to leave. Where to? Oh no, I wasn't planning on going anywhere. And who are you to forbid me anyway? I am Bachelor Denkovsky, and you are not going anywhere. What is on Maria's mind? Where did she go and disregard all my prohibitions? It appears that she was careless enough to let her father in on our plan, and that he told her to forget about it at once. Was she? I didn't know. I didn't find out about this, but alright. Probably just the really crummy dialogue system screwing me again. Man, this dialogue system is just really poorly thought out. Like everything in this game.
The true way to be deceived is to think oneself more knowing than others.
Your daughter intends to go out into the town. Are you aware of her plans? I am. I've forbidden it. It appears that she's ignored that prohibition. Maria doesn't listen to me anymore. There's not that much left of me anyway. Perhaps something will change when her mother comes back. What's her business in town. I think she was going to see the architects, Andre or Peter. Peter, most likely. She needed to know something about the tower, about the inner workings of some chambers, I believe. She's particularly concerned about it now, because of Simon's memory fading. Thank you. I'll intercept her there, and as punishment for her wayward behavior, I'll arrange for her a meeting with a certain family member. Alright. Is today the last chance for the father to see his beloved daughter? Could it be that the most reasonable of the town's rulers is drifting towards expiration? Doesn't look like it. Rather, it seems quite the opposite. Then what did he mean? And Maria, what would she possibly want with Peter Stammerton? Good fucking question. Maria is planning to visit
Why
Peter
are they
Stammerton.
playing
Shut
me?
up. The one whose life you saved. If you wish to see your niece, you better hurry. I can't appreciate your help enough, Bachelor. I won't forget your service. I'll come by to see your tearful reconciliation. Alright. I think I should pay a visit to Peter. After all, Maria deserves to know the real reason of this incidental family meeting. It would also be interesting to learn the result of it. I feel I'll have to spend a hefty measure of smelling salts to find out. Okay then. Nothing to say. Oh, hi. Hi there.
Why can't I move on my own?
I will never forgive you that. You brought her here. Shouldn't have lied to me, Maria. How naive you are. Did you really trust her? Tell me, did she hypnotize you? Can simple trickery like that really get to you? You could have ruined us all. Maybe you have. Peter is out cold now, but what if he comes too? Why did you leave them? She's much stronger than me. She defeated me. I'm not a mistress yet, after all. And I'm weaker than ever now that I'm expecting. I'm gaping open, turned inside out. It only takes a single touch to cause me pain. Now that you're expecting, what, are you pregnant? Whatever. What can I do for you? Want to make up for it? Take her away from there. Now! I can't do it myself. I wanted to call someone for help so they would distract her with troubling news or something. Calm down. Whatever.
A Goliath never wanted a panacea to be.
I don't know what your deal is, anyways. I don't know what the fuck this weird thing. Also, what do you mean he's out? He's just standing right here.
Truth is foundation.
How are you? Have you come to? Tell me what happened. I had a vision, old boy. When I learned about Savrov's secret plan and realized that death was truly knocking on my door, I had a sudden urge to quench my thirst once and for all, so that I wouldn't have to come to my senses to my very death. I told you that you're safe, haven't I? The Inspector an Inquisitor guarantees you protection from Savrov. Yes, I was soon notified of your intercession. I'm ashamed to admit that I saw an obvious omen in it. I see omens in everything these days, old boy. And so I thought that I was burying myself prematurely. There must be something else for me to do. A calling. And it was a happy thought. So you imbibe some more? And so I indulged in imbibing. How could I not? But this time there was a purpose. You see, I've witnessed the clear image of my future creation at the bottom of the bottle I'm so fond of. Have you seen the chalice on the opposite side of the river? The one that overcomes gravity and captures dreams? Seems to operate under a tell, don't show principle. Soon I shall erect a new chalice. A chalice to surpass the present one many times over. Twirine sap has taught me to look at the three common dimensions from a different angle. It turns the recipient inside out, playing with density and transparency variations. Do you understand? Not a single word you're saying. Oh, it doesn't matter at all. But when I had a complete image in my head, a calculation, a design, a blueprint, a scheme, you know, I raised my eyes and saw the angel of punishment upon me. Her gaze has burned me through, her smile turning my dreams to naught. I see. Did you at least give her a good pinch? And she said, I know who you are. You are Peter. Upon this stone you have erected that which should never be. And then she leaned over to me, her carmine lips parted, and her kiss would have drained my dream from me forever, I know it, for it was the angel of doubt, a demonic temptress of hesitation, Please get to the point. But then I heard a waft of familiar power. Maria stormed in and fought the demon, their naked bodies intertwined. Oh my, I missed a lot then. Darn. Their white hands tearing at each other's throats, their slender tongues stinging one another. That's my idea of a good time. And then I fainted. And now, here you are. What did the demon look like? She had a terrible and powerful presence, like Nina used to. The ceiling here is low, but still I can see a silhouette above her mortal coil, its head blending into heavens. Hey, here she is. Look, she's still here, devouring my designs, licking them away line by line. Peter, come around. Here, what's wrong with you? Damn it, he's delirious. As usual. Can you make heads or tails of any of this?
Yes.
I was just helping the owner come to. He's been telling quite compelling stories. Such as? Just about his works, mostly. How he breaks the laws instilled by nature itself into the fabrics of the earth. A clear-cut militant theomachist. Non-servium and all that. A curious one. Such specimens are few and far between in our enlightened times. What is that gleam in your eyes all of a sudden? Just thinking of how similar people's fates turn out. We've had so many bright stars of talent rise recently, you know? Almost all of them tried to single-handedly break the laws of history, nature, and morality, and all treaded on such identical paths. What do you two talk about? Just asking him about the blueprints, and he keeps saying he doesn't know what those are and doesn't want to know. Sudden memory loss. He's staring at the walls like he used to see through them before. It was a good choice to come here, a good choice indeed. He was right about to remember, but then Maria came. What happened between you? Just nothing much. Maria burst in, then ran out in tears a minute later. We failed to make peace. It's a pity everyone sees an enemy in me. Such is the bias against Inquisitors. I only wish to do good, not specific targeted good like that Clara, but overarching good. I sincerely hope so. I believe you. You fight for truth, just like I do. Thank you. Hopefully I won't disappoint you. And now it's best that you leave. I'll take care of Peter. Of course. I have great sympathy for this man, Peter Stammerton. He must be taken care of. In any case, thank you. You've accomplished something great, even if it may not look so at first glance. Allow me to thank you for the service. Are you in need of anything? Let's see. New weapon. Antibiotics. White vaccine. I heard about it in the reports. 2 doses, preferably. I've been told you confiscated several today. Okay, so I can either get antibiotics, which I don't really care. New weapon. What would that be? Probably either the rifle or the shotgun. I already have a rifle, and I don't know. Well, I can get a. You know what? I can get another. I can get a shotgun easily. Oh, I mean, not easily. It'd cost me 20. It would cost me like fucking 20,000 or something. But actually, I don't know. I'm not entirely certain how much it would cost. It would cost a lot. But even so, I can get it. White vaccine, on the other hand, I'm fairly certain I can't. Otherwise. There we go. White vaccine, 2 doses. No, just 1 dose. Also, they don't stack. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's unfortunate.
You found out everything.
Let me just. Okay, yeah. I was just checking. I was just looking up for a second just to make certain that I didn't screw myself out of one of the. Out of one of the whatever. All right. Okay then. It seems that setting up this meeting was not such a good idea. Why did Aglaya say that the fate of the settlement depends on what she and Maria will have to tell each other? Did she? I don't remember her saying that. Apparently the situation is less of a family affair than it first appeared. Alright. That seems to be everything for today. Any more notes? No. Alright, despite quite a bit of fuckery, seems to have completed everything today. Don't know. Still haven't met with Burke to give him the outfit. Was that letter just a fucking red herring just to screw with me? That's annoying. That's really annoying. Whatever. Regardless. We've okay. So yeah. Well, we failed to save Eva. We got the raiment, and we set that family meeting. Made sure that Peter wouldn't die horribly, at least for another 3 days. And we did some stuff with the Watchers. So far, this Inquisitor lady seems to be the first truly actually reliable ally so far. At least with Ruben having vanished off the face of the earth. For once, we seem to actually have common purpose. I'm still annoyed at her for deciding to just conceal the source of the plague, which she apparently knows what it is, until tomorrow. But yeah, not like well, whatever. So yeah, today. So yeah, how to summarize today? Well, in summary, this town fucking sucks, and my only reliable ally, and everyone in this town will jerk me around or get themselves killed, and the only one I can rely on is someone from outside of this town. Yeah, that sounds about right. This place fucking stinks. I've got half a mind to just torch the whole place and damn the powers that be. I've got to learn. Still got to figure out what the fuck what the hell their motivations are. Very bizarre what they've been doing. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to find out more next time. Until then, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. So long, suckers.